What's up, guys? Cerebro here for T3G, and today I wanted to talk about my Samsung Galaxy Note 3. The Note 4 is coming out pretty soon. A lot of fancy features, a lot of really cool stuff with it. I wanted to talk about why this is still a good buy. I've had it for about 8 months. I've really enjoyed everything about it. I can't possibly say a negative thing about this phone. The size is perfect for my hands. Samsung makes a one size bigger 6.0 or 6.3 inch. It's really, it's a tablet for me. I've got to use both hands. It's kind of ridiculous. So this 5.7 inch screen is perfect. Now the new one is also going to have that 5.7 inch screen, so not a big change there. But some of the internals are different, and you're going to get that fingerprint reader and stuff like that. But for me personally, I don't see a ton of benefit for the new one. If you don't have a Note yet, you're considering about getting a new phone, a lot of the features that this has are in the new one, obviously. Slightly faster processor. I believe it has more RAM. We'll throw some graphics up there, and you can kind of see a comparison. And we'll link below, of course, the comparison between the two on the site. Now, this right now, I've got it set up to the basic launcher. It does everything I need it to do with the basic launcher for the most part. You've got your Google Now right on the home page. You've got your time and date widget. Your weather widget is all there. Samsung came out with this Walking Mate, which is kind of cool. It's kind of their combined version of MyFitnessPal. What's the other one? Map My Run, things like that, kind of all in one. You've got your Flipboard that's automatically installed. Things like that. Nothing really out of the ordinary that if you've seen any other Galaxy phone, really, everything's pretty much the same. It took me forever, at least from my perspective, to get the KitKat upgrade. So this is running KitKat. I didn't see a huge change. The biggest change I did see running KitKat the first few days after having run Jelly Bean for so long. It actually killed my battery super fast, so I ended up having to back up and restore. Once I restored, though, I'm pretty much back to normal. I do have a ton of stuff on here now, so I get roughly about a day depending on what's going on. But it is still usable. If you wake up, pull it off the charger, if you've got a 9 to 5er, by the time you come back from work, your phone's not dead. The great thing about it also runs forever on those last few percent. I mean, it might crash pretty fast. Let's say if you've got a bunch of stuff going on, you play a few games, and it's down to 50, 40, 30%. The last 10%, it's like the little engine that could. I've had this phone on 1% for solid 4 hours. Made phone calls on 1%. All I've had is an exclamation mark on the battery, and that's still made phone calls for me. The really cool thing for me is right on the lock screen, there's two really awesome features, and I didn't even realize this in the older Galaxies, but this is definitely a Samsung feature. You've got this time, obviously, the time and date here, but if you actually grab it and drag down, it's going to be your weather, it's going to be your calendar as well, so you can get a lot of information right off the lock screen, which is really cool. The other integration you have, obviously, is the camera. If you go to the camera, it'll go straight in. It loads very, very quickly, and it's super usable. If you don't have a pin, it does go straight to the home screen, because it just kind of assumes that you've unlocked the phone. But the cool thing is, if you lock it in camera, hold on, actually, let's see. If you open up the camera, running the camera, if you lock it in camera, you come back, it's still in camera. So really, really cool for me, especially when we're at cons and I want to snap pictures and I'm like, oh man, that's an awesome costume. And hold on, let me pop camera app. No, this is awesome. I had this feature with my old Stratosphere 2, and I've just loved it. I don't know if other Android phones do it. This one definitely does, and I absolutely love it. So the other big thing is it's a super accessible phone. I mean, let's say you've never had Android, the biggest thing that came out with the newer Galaxies is the easy mode. You can switch over and you've got your basic call, contacts, the most basic features you would need out of a phone, plus you can still get to all the good cool stuff. So you know, if you're thinking of getting somebody a gift, somebody who wants a bigger screen, somebody who wants maybe the pen feature, but they don't really necessarily want the smartphone, or they haven't had a smartphone, the easy mode makes it super fantastically easy. Switch here. Go to settings. Oh, there it is. Right at the top. Easy mode. And on. We go home. Bam. Time, weather, calendar, and really, really simple content icons for your basic apps. Your email, or your messages, your internet, phone, contacts, gallery, and camera. You've got 3 screens total. So you got your email, voicemail, your music player, help, which is nice to have right on the main screen, the S Note, so you've got that pen, you want to use it, calculator, which is something that everyone always uses, plus you've got your add buttons here, so you can add your quick links, and if you go to the more apps, alphabetical list, and you've got everything else in here once it loads. But you've got your alphabetical list, so it almost looks like an address book actually, which is kind of cool. So it's one of those things that especially if it's a gift for a parent or something like that, I think it's going to be a really, really easy transition for them this way. You can have kind of a speed dial list right on the 3rd page here, and then you've got your recent calls list as well. So super easy to turn on. Let's say once they're ready to go, turn it off, you're back to your normal home screen. And that's another really cool feature is if you are really into news, really into staying kind of caught up with everything, the center button, if you click it while you're on the home screen, will actually take you to your news. And this is something you can customize. This does pull from your clipboard, so you can customize this. I've got news from Facebook, I've got tech news, I've got some sports news, so all kinds of stuff. And it really does, it's customizable, and you can tell it what to do, where to pull from, things like that. So it's really cool. You don't have to go out of your way, you don't have to download any special apps, you can pull that news up real fast. Double tap on the middle one, like I said, or if you're on the home screen, single tap brings you to that. So one of my favorite features is absolutely the S Pen. It's super easy to get to. It's got a little notch at the top here, so you can grab it, pull it out. Automatically, you get the air command list. With that, what you actually end up getting is kind of your quick things you can do. You can edit photos. You can take a specific window. You can note on this, which is kind of awesome. And something I just learned recently, actually, while filming this video. If you hold down the button here, hold down on the screen. Come on. Do it. Well, that's not what I'm supposed to do. See here? You just hold down. No. Just hold down the button. There it is. Screenshot. Pretty awesome. Automatically goes into editing, so you can make some notes, say this is what this does, blah, 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 and then send it to your boss, or whatever you might do. You've got the S Note that comes built in. That's the Samsung Note app. Pretty straightforward note-taking app. So let's say we create a new one, and take notes. You can type, so you can type in words if you need to. Got your eraser, etc. That's not where I play around. I play around under the Samsung folder here, Sketchbook for Galaxy. It's the Autodesk Sketchbook app. Autodesk is a fantastic company. If you don't know it, get familiar. This is a fantastic app. So this has pressure sensitivity. If you are an artist, this is one of the biggest tools in the industry. Is the pressure sensitivity on tablet, on some sort of drawing tablet, whether it be Wacom, your phone, your display, whatever. So You go from really, really light lines, so you can sketch, you can ink. I mean, you can do a ton of stuff here. My most recent, better not save this, is nothing. I'm working on some sketches for an upcoming project for Nexus called Wolfpack. This is a little sketch I did up a couple days ago. I've actually got to do some modifications to this. I've come up with some more stuff, but I mean, it's super easy. It auto saves if you've got your just exit. If you've got your cloud backup enabled, it just automatically backs up to your cloud. So it is really, really cool stuff. I mean, the pen is fantastic. You can write notes, sketch, and it's concealed, kind of really easy to get to and easy to use. So one of my favorite features. The display's fantastic. I watch HD movies on it. It's 1080p. Love the display. That's why I got my fancy kickstand $3 Chinese case. Except, I mean, I say Chinese, but it came from New Jersey. But you know it came from China because the seller's name on eBay is, but it's in Chinese. I don't know what else to say. Well, yeah, this case is actually pretty sweet. So it for $3, it kind of functions like a OtterBox. The rubber piece actually pops off. So I guess for cleaning purposes, but maybe for cheapness purposes, I don't know. But I've had it on for 2 weeks and have no issues. I think I just broke it though. Man, play around. So I bought 2 though, because I know my $3 cases, I'll break them. So I bought 2. 'Cause it's smart. I'll beat myself some. Like I said before, 1080p video. It does do the 4K. It eats space though. When you do the 4K, it eats space. Just super fast. I think I did 10 minutes of 4K. It was like 5 gigs. So it eats space. So that's a 64 gig card kind of deal. The big thing is it takes fantastic pictures. I mean, the video is great, but for you Instagram heads like myself, it kills it. So this is my dog doing kind of a gangster thing that I just chucked a dish rag on her and she just stand there looking at me. So it takes fantastic quality pictures. I mean, I don't know how we can zoom in here. It takes fantastic quality pictures. So yeah, it takes fantastic pictures. The front camera, from as you guys saw in our vlog, the first vlogs, the front camera of the video is HD, 1080p. Red X kind of lost his marbles when I started it, and didn't believe me that it was 1080p. We put it on and it was crisp. I downloaded 25 different launchers. I'm gonna give my quick shots opinions on those, just the ones that fit on the one screen. I'm gonna give you guys quick shots opinions on everything. Lots of options out there. I literally searched the word launcher. I took the top 25 downloads and went for that, and I wanted to show off what the options were out there, what pluses and minuses were. So we'll talk about that in the next video. So pros, basically everything in this phone, on this phone, about this phone. Pros. I really have no cons. If I can say one thing, it's the button. It's the default launcher. Video on that coming soon. Otherwise, no. Everything is a huge plus for me. Huge upgrade over what I had. Much better than a lot of the other phones I've seen. I played around with the idea of the HTC One, the Moto X, and the screen just wasn't big enough. And I mean, this screen is fantastic quality, fantastic size. I mean, overall, this is an A+ phone, and 3 out of 3 guys recommend it. Absolutely, Note 3, buy 1,000 times over, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and check out T3G Tech for reviews and fun other projects we've got coming up soon. Cerebro. signing off.
And Redix.